Hi everyone, it's nearly the final saga of the lime pickle. So it's been sitting out salted and fermenting for 2 weeks now, but it's been really cold, so I don't mind that it's been there longer. We've also been a little busy, so we haven't done it. So we'll open it up and have a look. And you can really smell those limes. We've got a fair bit of lime here, so we went out and bought a big pot just for this sort of thing. Fairly lightweight, bought it from Aldi, I think it was $25. So we're going to use that to cook up the lime. We're going to need a few spices because of the amount of lime. So this is our beginnings of the spices. And we'll get on with cooking them up in our biggest frying pan. All right, first step we do is we add the mustard oil into our pot. Now, because we've got about 12 times the amount of content than the recipe, we're going to add quite a lot. It's 2 tablespoons normally. All right, so again, we're doing 12 lots, so we need about 24 tablespoons of mustard seed. So if this holds 12, I'm not sure we've got enough. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There might be 6 or 7 in there. So that'll give us 14. Have we got another one of these? Mustard seed, black, white. Okay, and we're just going to cook this till it starts popping. I'll turn it down a little bit. And get a spoon. All right. That extra oil is going to go well in helping seal each of the jars, so that'll be good. Put that right down low. This is going to spit. So we need about 20 teaspoons of ginger. A bit more, 20 teaspoons, which will make 7 of these. Oh, that was good timing. I think we've just finished the jar. Yep. We'll empty that out in a sec. We need, for this measure, we need at least 10 or 11 of these. Garlic. We'll mix that in. All right, let's stir that through. Then we need 30 teaspoons of coriander, ground coriander. Let's see how many we've got in here. Here's the coriander, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, let's put the other packet in, that should do us. That gives us a rough idea of how much is there. 2 packets of that. Give it a stir. In goes the ground cumin. Cumin. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. Yee-haw! She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. Okay. Curmudgeon camera person, keep stirring. Can't help that. A little bit extra ginger powder just to liven it up a bit. Kashmiri chili powder. It's not strong. We'll taste it for heat later on. Alright, now we just need to cook this until it becomes aromatic, which is already starting, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
And that's why we added so much mustard oil. As you can see,
It's absorbed it.
alright, that's going to be basically our sauce. Now, there's a couple of other things we just need to get. Just to give it a bit of bite, because that Kashmiri chili is quite mild. I'm going to throw a few dried chilies in. Yeah, that'll be good. And a personal touch, a handful of curry leaves from our tree. Now we could add garam masala and other things in here, but we like the way it turned out last time, so we'll leave it as is. And our next step is to get the limes into our big saucepan. So we'll let that just heat for a little bit longer, and then we'll go over here and get our limes transferred. Okay, we've given our new pot a bit of a rinse. We shall empty our 10 kilos of lime in here. Here we go. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of liquid. I'm glad we got this big pot. Right, doesn't that look good? Smells good. Now, as you saw, there's quite a bit of liquid there, so I'm going to add a bit of this pectin just to thicken it up, because it can turn out to be a bit runny, more like a sauce than a pickle. The sugar we'll be using is this dark brown sugar rather than light brown. This has a better depth of flavour than standard brown sugars, so we tend to like using this more than the standard brown sugars, and certainly much better than the white sugar, which is just sweet. Okay, let's get this on. Oh, actually, that is quite heavy. Alright, we'll put it up nice and high. I can work out which burner it is, because we need to bring it to the boil. Right, we've got some nice organic apple cider vinegar just to add a bit of depth of flavour to it. We need about 400 ml of that in this large amount. So we'll there we go, about 400 ml, and in she goes. There's quite a bit of liquid in here, so I don't think we'll add the extra water that's in the recipe, but we'll see what the texture's like once we've added everything, then we'll decide. Okay, next we're going to put the sugar in. We need about 1 kilo, which is precisely what we have here. We'll taste it a bit later on and decide if it needs more, but I tend not to use quite as much as a lot of the recipes say, because I don't like it that sweet. Look at that lovely brown syrupy sugar. Good for you. Well, no, it's not actually, but right, 1 kilo of sugar. Now we add our lovely spice mix in. It should become nicely aromatic. This is going to be fun to mix. We'll need a nice big spoon out to do that. Okay, let's try this spoon. Seems to be working. This is not good for my old arthritic wrists. How's that Shakespearean thing go? Trouble, bubble, boil and bubble. Double trouble boil. I don't know. I didn't study Shakespeare, I studied engineering. And come on, you're the humanities person, camera person. You should know Shakespeare and be able to recite it in Latin. That is going to take a while to heat up. Okay, so we've done the oil, mustard seed, garlic, ginger, cumin, coriander, chilies, water, sugar, vinegar. Now we leave it. A watch pot never boils, so we can't look at it anymore. So it's been on for about 15 minutes and just starting to boil or get hot enough. So we'll give it a bit of a stir. Oh, the aroma, that's nice. Smell good? It'll need to cook for quite a while. I'll check the time and pop the time up here. How long it has to simmer and boil away for. But it's all in the recipe, and that'll bring the flavours out nicely. Then we can have a bit of a taste and see if we've got enough of the herbs and spices and that sort of thing in there. So I leave that on high at the moment. Come back in about 10-15 minutes, have a check on it. Alright, we shall return, as MacArthur said to the choir girl. Well, it's come to the boil, so apart from the cameraman burning our hand, we can have a look. You can see it's, as I said, there's a lot of juice that's come out. So what we're going to do is get some pectin and add that in. We did have a taste, and the flavours are just starting to come through, and it's pretty good. But it does have that bitterness, which we expected with all the lime peel, and that will go away over time once we put it in the jar. So I'm going to add a little bit of pectin now, then let it simmer for a bit longer, probably 20 minutes or so. Because there is so much, it's quite different to the recipe, so we will let this simmer away until it gets the right consistency. Right, let's get that pectin. Just something to thicken it up a little bit. Another one for luck. We'll get that to thicken up a little bit. Very limey. It's on low, lid is on, pectin is in, ready to go. I've taken some of the pickle out, popped it in here and put it in the freezer actually, to see how it's thickening up. And it's still a little bit warm, but as we can see, the texture is now pretty close to what we want. We want it a fraction thicker, but not much. And we'll taste it as well. Apart from that bitterness, which as I said will go, that is really nice. Oh, really nice. Alright, we're ready to start bottling, and we've got our proper canning kit here, which saves us burning our fingers. So we drain it out carefully. Sit him on there. Get our lid out for it. Okay, let's get our lid out. Just pop that somewhere safe. And we're not going to watch all of these, we're just going to do one to see how it goes. So the jars are hot. Let's get out. Oh, my hands aren't good enough for this. Oh, I need my wide mouth funnel, which I've sterilised. Give it a stir. And in she goes. Leave enough gap at the top. That's it. Let's just take that out. Over to the table. Get our sterilised lid. Pop it on. Nice and tight. And there we go. Very hot. 1 jar. And a lot to go. Well, that's it. We've got about 18 jars. A couple of large ones at the back. A couple of normal ones. A few different jars anyway. The odd one on the end is something my wife wanted to do. She wanted to put peanut paste in one. So I'll put peanut paste in one. See how that goes. Alright, not a bad haul. Should keep me going till next year. And enjoy life. I'll catch you in the kitchen, or garden, or both. See you soon. Bye.